Hello everybody, how you doing? Welcome to Positive Rates. Welcome. How you doing? It is Thursday. Woohoo! You know what that means? It's time to fly, and I've got a special guest today. Say hello, DarkFury. How you doing?
Oh, hello.
Hello, how are you? Bit of a delay there. I thought, oh no, I'm alone.
Yeah, sorry. I've got the kids in the background. Thursday night.
No worries, not at all. Sorry, I coughed my guts out here. Hello, Frederick. Hello, Shark Kitty. Welcome, Kevin. First appeared in an Airbus. I don't know if he's changed airplanes. We'll see what happens. And Jayhawk, how you doing today? I was so glad you come in. And Vruden. Or is it Vroden? Right, I'm going to say one or two. One Vroden, one Vroden, or two Vroden. Which one's right? One or two? Vroden. Because I think I heard Digital say Vroden at one point. We'll have to try and get this right. We have to get our community names right, Dark, don't we? Of course, I know you're fighting with children in the background right now. So.
Yeah. yeah, he's screaming his head off. And it's like...
This is what we do, you know. We're a community. We have we're mums and dads. We got kids. This is just something we got to deal with. So it's okay. You know, we'll make it work.
It just adds to the realism of the cockpit.
That's right. Anyways, if you're just joining us, we are flying in Florida. So please join us at I believe it's Orlando International, which is Kilo Mike Charlie Oscar, and you will see the route at the top. As before, if you don't know where you're going or you don't have time to load a route, just follow everybody around. Shark Kitty says the upward needles. I don't know. Shark Kitty's throwing all sorts of weird stuff at me tonight. I don't know what she's really talking about. But anyway, never mind. Hello! Welcome to Positive Rate. I'm missing my a hat. I'm going to have to put on a hat. I've got... I can't wear that because it's got a sports logo on it. Damn it. Oh well. Never mind. You just have to... see my beautiful chrome dome. I might take a break at some point, Dark, and go find my Willie Canuck hat. I spent all this money getting a hat made up, and then I can't find it because it keeps getting moved on me. You know what I mean? You know when things just kind of disappear, and then you find someone's actually put it somewhere.
Yeah, that's called old age.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that. Anyway, Dark, how you doing? How's your week been? Now that we're on Thursday night, one day left in the week.
Well, I've been working most of it. Got a couple of flights in. Managed to get today off, so looking forward to this flight, to be fair.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's a good one. I really like what you put together here. So we've actually, if anybody's loaded the route in, there's a bit of a tour about, shall we say, of Walt Disney World, which is kind of neat. We're going to switch the music here because I think I need something a bit more soothing so I can talk and focus. Sharkina says, what did I do? Oh, it's okay. Don't worry. And Morris Thomas made a brief appearance and has suddenly been deleted, so I don't know what's happened there. Anyway, it's all good. It's all good. DarkFury, you see, you're a multitasker, aren't you? Very impressive.
Yeah, I've learned to multitask with kids.
Quite right. Anyway, and Vroden's popped in with the jet here, so let's go have a look-see on the tarmac here, and just in case anyone missed it, we're at Kilo Mike Charlie Oscar, Orlando International. We are at ramps 170 through 200, and you can find us there. And there, who's parked just down? Is that you? Is that you in the Positive Rate livery?
Yeah, parked straight across from you. Yes.
Ah, look at that! Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And of course, I do love this. Vroden's got the modern Rolls Royce on wheels here. M35. Is that? I think you'll be flying the M35B today, Vroden, will you? Yeah, we got a Twin Otter on the tarmac by the looks of it. I'm not sure who, because all the name tags disappear. So if you recognize yourself in your parking position, do throw your name out. Another Positive Rate livery, beautiful. And of course, we are flying the Just Flight Turbo Aero, and you can get your very own Positive Rate livery by clicking on the show description below. There's a link through to flightsim.to, and the very man who responsible for this fantastic livery is my co-host today, Dark. And it's nice to actually say this on stream. Thank you for such a wonderful job that you did for the liveries, mate. I'm really thinking hard and carefully about what we want to do next, but I think we have a rough idea. What do you think?
Yeah, I think we're going to have to step it up a notch, especially with the new logo.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we don't have that featured yet, but we're not going to change these. I think these will be our heritage liveries. I think we'll look at the new logo on something new, a different aircraft. It's a perfect opportunity to really find something special that we can stick it onto. So yeah, welcome to Positive Rate. We are the friendliest flight sim community on the planet, which also means that we all only accept friendly people. So if you happen to be watching along and you've recently been kicked out of our chat, that is because you're not nice. And we don't put up with it. We like to get together and support each other and be friendly and enjoy each other. And it's, my goodness, this is a busy airport today, isn't it? It's everything about here. We might end up picking a few stragglers. Oh, Jayhawk said that was you. Right, okay, right. F30, and it is the F35B, Vroden says. Perfect, okay. Anyway, shall we get into the cockpit here? So I'm going to get on over. And we'll start some stuff up here. And if you hear children enjoying themselves in the background, that would be Dark's children, I think. Hold on.
I don't think he'll be laughing. He'll be crying.
Well, hopefully not. Just put some YouTube on and tell me your dad's on TV.
I wish I could, but even that don't work. It's teething.
Oh, no, that is the worst. I remember that very well. So, yeah, here, we just give you an idea of the route. So we're going to be departing to the west. And we're going to do this kind of crazy little zigzag thing, which is all over Disney World. And then we're going to come back. What a great flight is so cool. So we're going to go to NASA. And we're going to go, is it Cape Canaveral first?
It's Orlando, but then we're going to do a short hop over to the Walt Disney World Airport, if you've not already got that. From there, we're going to take off and do a circuit around the 4 areas of Walt Disney World, over to Cape Canaveral, land there, refuel, restock, down over to NASA. We're going to go down the beach and end up at Naked Ladies Ranch.
All right, so there we go, and here's kind of what the route looks like. So we're taking off from Orlando, which is a place I've been to, not the airport actually. I drove down to Orlando years ago, and we're going to do a zoom around all the Magic Kingdom and the various parks there. And there you can see Kilo Tango Tango Sierra. Is that sorry? I was kind of following what you're saying. Was that Cape Canaveral, the first one?
Cape Canaveral, yeah.
Yeah, and then we're going to swim down via, I believe, is it KMXR? Even I've forgotten the route now. But it's okay. But this is why you're in charge of the tour. I'm going to fly. I'm going to try to make sure everything doesn't break on the stream, and you are going to talk us through it. But we're going to go down a east coast route along the Florida coastline to... I've looked this on a map. Now, this is Palm City. Palm City. It's a small airfield in Palm City. It's not far away from an international airport, actually. But, yeah, come a little bit inland. Watch your hands and feet. Keep them inside the aircraft. You don't want to get bitten off by alligators. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do today. And just take a quick look, again, out in the tarmac to see if... and I can already hear those engines spooling up outside. So I think what's your fancy today? What airport should we be taking off from, you think? Or sorry, airport. Runway. What runway? Oh, I think we might have lost Dark. So I'll have to go solo. We might have a teething emergency in the background. So I think in terms of where... Oh, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
I was just saying what runway should we depart from. Now, if everyone's on the weather setting, we're a few clouds, so I think we're pretty much got our option. I think we'll just go 36 left, although it seems like everybody's taken up from the north. So let's go 18 right. Which is pretty much just right along the runway, and then we'll take off from there. I think that'll do us just fine and dandy.
Yep, shall do.
Alright, so I'm going to put us back in the cockpit here, where it's a little bit quieter. And we'll get this bad boy started up, shall we? Fuel pumps. Fuel is on. Mixture's high. Contact. A little bit of throttle. Oop. There we go. Let those RPMs build a bit. Stabilize, and we'll drop the throttle back down again. Okay. I don't think we'll need any piezo heat in Florida, so I'm going to leave that off. I guess we'll just ramble on out to the 18 right here. Now, I've got up my handy dandy map, so I don't get lost, because I seem to get lost on the stream pretty constantly, actually. And there's Roden. He's doing his champion thing in the floating aircraft. Look at that. Isn't that a beauty? I love that. I love watching it. It's funny, I have it, and I like flying it, but it's actually a lot more fun to see it being flown by someone else. It's kind of neat. So we're going to...
Sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Just on an interesting note, how you said you get lost.
Yep.
Orlando International was actually part of the Strategic Air Command and got shut down in 1975.
Ooh.
So it's easy to get lost.
So this was formerly a military airport.
The airport code Mike Charlie Oscar actually stands for the former Air Force Base called McCoy's Air Force Base, Immediate Command Installation.
Now that I didn't know. That I didn't know at all. So you would have seen probably all sorts of things taken off from here. Now, that does make sense. And the 1960s comes to mind when I think about it. So I can just imagine the type of airplanes that might have been operating from here. But we won't get into politics today. Just checking in with everyone on the chat there. Let me know if the sound levels are okay, if you can hear us all right. I've lost the taxiway already. I'm sure it's up here somewhere. Oh no, that's a thing. Is that a taxiway? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think I don't know. Even with the best ground textures, I still can't find my way around here. Oh no, it says it's off to this over here somewhere. It's very faint though. Oh, there it is. Plain as day. Silly boy. And if you're just joining us, we are doing a live community flight. Please hop on, get into Microsoft Flight Simulator. We fly on West Europe, and we're starting at Orlando International, which is Kilo Mike Charlie Oscar. And I can see somebody fast tracking ahead of me in the positive rate. It's DarkFury there. It's you. It's you. How rude! You cutting in line, sir?
Oh, sorry. I'm doing an ick.
Not a problem, no problem. So just thinking ahead, probably want our heading to be runway heading, so I've got dancing feet today. So select the old 18 there. Roundish. And we shouldn't have much in the way of wind because we're not really there yet, eh? We're just kind of feeling our way through these streams, but it depends where we are next, but I think we're going to have to try and pick live weather, and I think, the one that really appeals to me for live weather would probably be Canary Islands. I think that's probably worth it. Although we could hit a bit of wind there. So we'll have to wait and see. So just quickly checking in the chat. Nick saying all's good. Great. I'm hoping you're talking about the sound levels. So, Jayhawk says, sounds fine to me. Great. Thank you, Jayhawk. Appreciate it. And Philbert's in. Hello, Philbert. I'm running late, but I'm on my way. Oh, fantastic, Philbert. You flying with us tonight? Absolutely brilliant, mate. And Shark Kitty says, Is that a poke at the Canadian culture? I'm kind of getting that sense. Oh, no, so great to have you. Frederick, have you sorted yourself out? Frederick says you're on. Right, Frederick, perfect. I don't know. Check your server, Frederick. We are in West Europe. So even though we're in Florida, we're flying on the West Europe server. And Vicky Kim, I don't know who you are. I'm sure you're a very nice person. Sorry to see you go. Try again next time. Anyway, you can't get past this team. Can you, Dark? It is the best team in Flight Simulator anywhere. Do you agree with that?
Yes, it's the A team.
Absolutely. Oh, there's a wee bump in the runway there. All right, I think everyone's getting fed up that I'm kind of sitting here quietly, so I'm going to boost the... And Frederick says, you think he can see me? Perfect. Perfect. Oh, I didn't download your livery, Frederick. I know you sent it to me. I don't think I've installed it. I'm really sorry. So you'll show up as an arrow, but not because Frederick's done his own livery, Dark, and he's actually painted it just like the Archer that Frederick and Robin fly in Skellefteå on Swedish VFR. Isn't that neat? So he's got a virtual version. Yeah, virtual version of the airplane he's got. That's really cool.
It's nice though when you've got a virtual, like in the sim, you've got a livery that represents something of your own or something that you've got in real life.
Yeah, exactly. Now, is everyone down the end? I think I might take this early exit point to the runway here. Because we'll be here all day, and we don't really need that much runway, and I suspect this is quite a big one. It says on here it's 12,000 feet. Yeah, do we need 12,000 feet? Hard to say.
The caravan might.
The caravan, yeah. If it's fully loaded. If you got many elephants, all right. And we're going to stick the old parking brake on and get our lights. Mixture to full. Leave our fuel pumps on for the time being until we get stabilized, and let's see if we can go. So I'm gonna take off heading runway direction, which is 180 approximato. I'll just take a quick check, make sure there's nothing coming, and there is. There's a rather large airplane coming by. So I think I'll wait for that because he would win that fight. Wow, look at that. Excellent. I love this game. Well, it's not a game, it's a sim. It's a sim. Is there anyone else? I think we're okay to go. So let's kick in the overdrive. I think we're looking at an expedited takeoff here. And I'm conscious that there's probably people posting in the chat. I'll be right back with you once we get this airborne. Okay, Dark, you're good to go if you want to take off ahead of me.
Yes, roger.
Can you hear that turbo airplane warming up there? Oh. And up we go, and positive rate. Gear up. Get the old autopilot. Just get the heading under control there. I think I'm a little bit loud, so I'm going to just take the edge off the simulator noise there. Right, and we'll check back in the chat. Let's see what we have here. Jayhawk says, I'm loaded, I'm fat. Hopefully not too fat. Too heavy. I feel like the sim's loud. Tell me if the sim's a little bit loud. I'm going to take a little bit lower. But if you think the sim needs to be louder or quieter, just let me know. Alright. Now, Nick, I'm going to tell you how these memes work. Type in exclamation memes, so MEMES, and that will give you the commands. So if someone could do that for me right now. Actually, I'll do it. I'll tell you what, I'll do it. And this is going to give you, in the chat, a full list of all the memes that you can go, and fingers crossed, hopefully, it will work. If Streamlabs is paying attention. Or CloudBot. There you go. So to get the memes, use !summon, and then replace command with a choice of the commands that are listed there. And for the takeoff, it will be !summon space takeoff. So if you try that, fingers crossed, hopefully it will work. Hopefully. Anyway, I'm definitely veering off away from our intended course here, so I'm going to... There we go. It works. It's alive. Are you? I don't. You won't be hearing this on stream, Dark. You should see it. So I'm gonna. Anyways, gonna come back to. We got to intercept a course here. So I'm gonna go north-northwest. So if anybody's following me, I do apologize. I am coming on course now, and I'm rather high actually. I'm gonna drop. See, this is the problem. I do too much talking when I take off, and the next thing you know, I'm like 10,000 feet. You know, that's no good to anybody. So, bit of guidance for everyone. If you want to drop to about, I think we'll go about 3,000 feet is probably good for now, or 2,000, maybe 2,000. What do you think, Dark? What's good for sightseeing?
Around about 2,500, 3,000.
Let's go 2.5. So we'll split the difference. 2.5. So 2,500 feet, everyone. If you want to go that route, and I'm just gonna drop.
Give me some bubbles, some real big bubbles.
Oh, I think we're discovering the memes now. And we're going to settle in for about 120 knots. So whatever airplane you are, if you can try and focus on that speed, 2,500 feet, 120 knots, give or take, and that should be good. And unfortunately, I'm currently sitting at 6,000, so I need a little bit of ground to come down on here. But I shall be there soon. And we'll see if this falls course or not. Hopefully this will pick up the course.
I don't know about you, really, but mine's not following anything.
Well, I did a test stream on Saturday, and it was working. And but if not, I mean, we can just use the map. We'll just use the old heading bug, or just keep ourselves right by looking at where we're going. No, it's picking. I think it's picking up the course now. Mind you, your GPS has to be. You have to make sure that it's not in VLOC, but actually in GPS, and you change that with the CDI. And then what you want to do, the arrow, is your heading's on, but you have this down to nav, and that should, combination of that set the GPS, this a nav, and it should, in theory, pick up the course.
Oh.
I'm surprised no one's tried any of the other commands yet. Trying to think what my personal favorite is at the moment. And if anybody has suggestions for the memes, let me know. So what I need is a sound effect and a GIF, or an idea of what you're trying to accomplish, and we can put that in. I know a good one. Does anyone want to try Khan? So that's famous Star Trek, KHAN. Summon a Khan for me, if you would. One of our great community people. And Khan shall appear. And when The idea is to express emotion, so when you're angry or something's not going right, that is the perfect time for con. Captain Kirk would know this. Are you a Star Trek fan, Dark?
Yes. I don't know if I should openly admit that.
Oh, Filbert's fighting a few now. Speaking of the Ace, where's I wonder where Vroden is. He's not buzzed me yet. I know it's coming. We should see that pesky F35 flying past us at some point. I'm just waiting for this to settle on its final altitude here before we can, then I can start looking around.
Yeah, you're missing some nice scenery down here.
Indeed, indeed. Nobody wants to stare at the cockpit all day, do they? So I think that will probably do. And if I've set my RPMs right, we should settle into about 120 knots. Right. Let's have a look about. Yeah, Florida's just... It's very flat, but it's beautiful. And I mean, there's golf courses absolutely everywhere. I mean, there's one. There's another.
Let's kick the tires and light the fires, Big Daddy.
There we go. So much more fun when they work, isn't it? I was so frustrated last week when I was trying to get these working, and I finally figured out what the problem was. And it was user error, Dark, if I'm being honest. So,
Yeah, no, we always play it on Sim anyway, don't we?
absolutely.
A wise guy, eh?
We're slowly working our way through the memes now. But it's so lush, isn't it? Florida. I mean, it's such a warm place, but the trees. There's tons of trees, and of course, the thing you have to bear in mind about Florida is that anywhere that there's water, there's also usually something else. That's why people put big fences around their swimming pools. So. I can see it's already picking up your crazy routing here, Dark. So we must be getting close to Disney World, I'm assuming.
Yeah, we are. I'm currently over the airport where we're going to make our first stop.
Okay. No one's tried Con yet. Somebody try Con. It's my pride and joy. It's the one that I'm close to. I'll need to find a reason to use it. If something goes wrong during the stream, that's when Con's coming out.
Every time you find a fascinating place, you get a spot playing fascinating.
Yeah, that's right. That's we need something like. Oh, look at that! A meme for something like that.
Wyatt, you're making him lose his focus. Oh no, sorry, shut up.
I love it. Oh, Nick, bless you. Haggis balls. That's our currency on the positive rate. We can change that, but hey. So I think these are okay. Now I've seen, presuming these are holiday places. That's another thing. I mean, car parks. The parking lots in Disney World are massive, and they're usually all connected by a monorail. So I think. Can't quite see down there, but I'm sure there's a monorail around there somewhere. I'm assuming that's Epcot Center in the middle, just off to our rear here.
I see you've gone jumping ahead.
I don't know. The plane's flying the route that you programmed, so I really don't know what the plane's doing right now. I should have a look. Quick look. Yeah, it's doing the route you said. That's why I loaded it. I just wanted to have a look about. I just wanted to see. Let's see if we can spot anybody around here. So I can see. Oh, there we go. We got some people up ahead there. I don't know if they have anything to do with us, but they seem very close. I see Vroden's up in the F35 there ahead of us, I think. So I'm right behind you, Vroden. I can see you. It's a very busy place for West Europe server. I'm actually quite amazed that there's so many people here. I think we're probably making our exit back towards... now, I think that's Epcot Center. I could be wrong. Because if I... that looks like a monorail station, and I think that's the big hotel. Yep. Oh, who knows? It's Disney World. It's got stuff.
I've just gone to our first stopping point, and the control tower's got the mini thing on the radar. It's quite interesting to be fair.
Stick it. You'll have to stick it in a screenshot. But we've got places to go, people to see. So what's our next destination now? It's Cape Canaveral.
So it'll be going round. Yeah. So once you've gone round the custom Disney World track, it'll be over to Cape Canaveral.
No, we still got one more loop to do here. By the looks of it.
Oh, take a screenshot of that.
I'm looking for something to jump out at me. I know that hotel. I've definitely been through that on the... Oh, I see. That's where you are. Is that the airport?
Yeah.
Is this where you had to download that scenery?
Yes. Yeah.
I didn't download it. It wasn't cleared for Sim Update 8. Now, it probably was alright, but I didn't want to risk crashing the stream.
I did a test with it before I linked it in the chat.
See, I don't have enough faith in you, mate.
Oh.
Yes, Filbert, we're on West Europe. Yeah, we're definitely on West Europe. I'm just seeing if I've missed anything here. So anyway, I'm getting annoyed. I want to see Con. I'm throwing my teddy in the corner here. Filbert, why can't you get on this server? Perfect opportunity. I'm really upset that you're not on with us yet. And this is what I'm going to do. Now that looks like a park down there. I think that might be MGM Studios. Could be wrong. Amazing thing about Disney World is about half of it is accommodation. So you've got the parks, and then intermixed with all that, you've got hotels, camping grounds, all sorts of things like that. You don't see a single nameplate, right, Filbert? I'm not sure what's going on. Oh, I haven't done con properly anyway. Not even following my own instructions here. This is for you, Filbert. This is for you. There's gators down there, Dark. I know there is. I can feel them.
Oh, there's some gators.
That's if you go there, go watch out for the gators. It's a common thing. Tourists, you know, when they see bodies of water, you think, oh, I could go for a nice swim. No, don't do that. I would advise against it.
Reminds me of something off of like Waterboy.
Yeah. Well, it's the next state. Was he not Louisiana? 2 states over.
Close enough.
I'm really frustrated for Filbert, though. He's having a difficulty. Filbert, what you could do is spawn at Cape Canaveral, which is just a quick check back in it. So if you go to Kilo Tango Sierra and spawn there, and we'll try and catch up with you there, possibly, because there is quite a few people on the server, and I don't know if maybe it's reached its kind of upper limit. We'll see. And Beluga Passy, oh, you're over Disney World. I've been there. Yes, have you? It's a big place, Beluga. I've been there as well. I drove down all the way from Canada, actually. So my con's not working. I don't know what's going on. I'm doing it wrong. Well, unless someone's already done it and I've missed it. I don't know. Well, perfect, Philbert. You're in the game. Oh, I see you. There he is. There's Philbert. Slowly correcting. I can see him. You're very close to me, actually. Perfect. There we go. Right. The stream can start, Dark. Philbert's here. And I think he's in a turbo as well. We'll have to see. Rodin says, I see Philbert. Yeah, perfect. It's no fun, you know, when you want to join a flight, and I've been there. He's coming. He's already swooping in for a tight formation. I can see him. Look at that. Beautiful. So anyways, folks, I think we're on the way to Cape Canaveral, so if you want to follow along. What I'm going to do is just double check on my speed here. I feel like I'm fast. And I am very fast. That's not going to help anyone. So we'll slow the airplane down a wee bit there. Give everyone a chance to catch up. And Beluga says, I flew over from Scotland on an Airbus 330. All right, you in Scotland. Right, okay. So am I, coincidentally. And DarkFury, you're not far away, are you?
Yorkshire.
Yorkshire, yeah. God's country, they call it.
Mm-hmm. Home of the Yorkshire pudding.
My wife makes a very good Yorkshire pudding, so. Oh, coming up to Shark Kitty here. She's just ahead of me. There's a few people buzzing around, but I can't quite tell if they're flying with us or if they just happen to be in the area. But it's all good. That's what I love about Flight Simulator. Just, you never know who's going to show up. It's really cool. I just find it very interesting that we're in Florida, yet we're seeing quite a few people on the West Europe server, so that's interesting. But the more the merrier. And if you see Willie Canuck, hopefully maybe someone's recognized me and done a quick Google search and they'll find my stream. That'd be good. So who did, Beluga, when you flew over from Scotland, who did you fly with? What airline? Is it Airbus 330? I want to... almost want to say that's Delta, but it could be a British airline. Who flies Airbus 330s to Florida from Scotland? I wonder. And Jayhawk says, half my family is in Scotland. Inverness, all right. Blair Galway, Perth. Yeah. Or Inverness, Blair Galway, and Perth, right. Got you. All very nice parts of Scotland, actually. I really like all those places. And if you look out your window to the left, you shall see lots of strip malls, motorways, and houses. And if you look out to your right, you'll see strip malls, motorways, factories, and houses, and alligators. That's what we need, Dark. We need some alligator animation. Do you get? I don't know. Do you get anything like that in Flight Simulator? Because you get flamingos, you get elephants, giraffes. Any alligators? Someone needs to invent that. If we don't have that, if you're watching the stream, make me an alligator. I will put it on stream for you. I will debut it live.
I mean, I've seen scenery with other stuff in. I really want to see birds.
Birds, yeah. Well, there's. Oh, there we go. Sorry, go back to the camera here. I keep forgetting I'm off camera. There we go. Yeah, just in case you're wondering, I'm talking yellow. Here I am. I did that last stream. I put it on. I put the camera off to look at the route, and then I forgot to switch it back for about 10 minutes. Terrible. And suddenly my viewership improved because nobody was looking at my ugly mug. I know that's what you're thinking, Dark. You're just not. You're just being polite.
I'm just being honest. Silence is golden.
Anyways, I've got you on the stream. Let's talk livery. So you did one recently for digital. You want to talk us through that?
Yeah, so digital flight deck. You can find them on YouTube and Twitch. Right. We worked on a A320 airline series. So now we have the Caribou Airways A320, which at the minute I believe left tank on the last run. I'm not sure where they are now. Nick might be able to fill us in the chat.
We'll watch for Nick. And J-Hog saying, what's the next airport? I'll restart. Was it...
Kilo Tango Tango Sierra.
Kilo Tango Tango Sierra, J-Hog. What happened to you, J-Hog? Did you... Oh no, he said a frozen sim. Oh dear. That's no fun.
It's never fun when you see GD, is it?
It's you know, I've seen been watching a few streams. A lot of people have been complaining about this, which is really unfortunate.
A lot of it's down to the new driver updates that have come out recently to improve performance on high-end titles using DSMR. Yeah.
Well, I don't have the new drivers, but I don't have a card that would benefit from them anyway. So I've got nothing to lose because I've got a GTX 1660 Super. It's a budget card, but it's great. I bought it with the PC, and I'm actually quite blown away how good it is. But I think the thing to bear in mind is I only use 1080p. I don't do any 4K. I never have any intention to do 4K. I'm quite happy with what I got, and it absolutely blows my mind with what it does compared to, you know, a PC I had 8-9 years ago. I'm just delighted, and I'm getting 30 frames per second, rock solid on VSync. Well, you know, I want for nothing, Dark. I'm easily amused, and there's a meme for that.
I mean, look at EasyJet's Impilot. He's got 1660, and his streams is quite good.
Yes, he does. He does indeed.
I've got 3060, and I'm not using even 50% of this. I'm just running the sim right now. I've got about 6 windows open.
And it's a shame about the crafted desktops because I think Asobo has worked so hard and continues to work so hard to really give a great experience for everybody, regardless of what they've got. And I mean, look, if you look out the window here. Oh, I popped out the window and behind me suddenly F35. A very tight formation, Broden. You always impress me, mate. All right, look at it. I mean, you can't get closer than that. Anyway, we'll get a bit of distance here. But if you... I mean, look at the scenery. By rights, I have a mid-range PC at best. Now, the one investment I did make was to upgrade to 32 gigabytes of RAM. And I think that made a huge difference, and it also allows me to do things like streaming, etc. But I mean, just look at that. And that's, you know, that's default. Fair enough, there was probably a world update. But, I mean, how detailed, and you know that all of this is exactly as it appears in the real world, and it just blows my mind. I'm always amazed.
I mean, even though this world update hasn't been like updated to where Germany and Austria has been, because it was done previously. I mean, the ground textures. I mean, now that we've got like AccuSeason, we've got the mods that add power lines and extra buildings. We've got the filters from Nvidia that allow you to make the sim actually look like it should do instead of being too long. I mean, even on the 1660, you're going to get, yes, fair enough, you're not going to have like ultra setting, but you get a decent simming experience.
You do, and I love it. I mean, is it perfect? No, but by God, it's still pretty special to me. And there's nothing, arguably, there's certain things that do things better, but in terms of the whole package, nothing comes close to this at the moment. And I don't think, to be fair, anything really will. In terms of, I think everyone's, we were obviously hoping for the flight model to get a little bit better, but on the whole, it's fantastic. And Frederick says, "Oh, he's got to go. That was fun." Oh, sorry, Frederick. I wish you could have stayed longer. Of course, I do appreciate it. It's an hour ahead up in Sweden there. All the best to you and Robin. And I'll be watching for you guys with great interest for Swedish VFR. And if you haven't seen it, go check it out. Just do a search on YouTube, Swedish VFR. Robin and Frederick, a couple of fantastic guys. They do real-world flights out of Skellefteå in Sweden in a Piper Archer and get some amazing camera footage. It's really well-produced video. Well worth your time. So go find them out, Swedish VFR, and subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. Great bunch of guys, and quite regular guests on the Haggis and Poutine show, Dark. And Philbert saying, December 2021 Nvidia drivers. Oh, you're rolling back to that. So Philbert's saying he rolled back to the 2021 December drivers, and that's fixed everything. So there you go. And what graphics card do you have, Philbert? And Beluga, sorry, I'm catching up with you. You said you went via Thomas Cook. Are they gone now? Did they collapse? I suppose they did. And they were really good. Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, there's so many airlines have gone by the wayside. I really like Globespan. It was quite a good airline. But of course, Credit Crunch killed them. I think Thomas Cook might have been a victim of the pandemic.
Monarch. Used to fly with Monarch. Or,
Monarch, yep. Yeah, Monarch was another one, yeah. Jinx, what else? There's quite a few of them in Britain anyway. I mean, I know, and I think you probably know, that Jet 2 was very, very close. Very, very close. But they seem to be making a huge comeback now. And I'm flying with them to Portugal, so I'm really looking forward to that. Now, some interesting news is WestJet, which is a Canadian airline, probably the best one. It's looked on a lot more fondly than Air Canada. Well, they have gone and got themselves a bunch of Dreamliners, and they're now starting to fly direct flights from Britain, various points in Britain to Canada. And some of them go to Toronto, direct from Britain. Some of them are going to Vancouver, and I think Calgary as well. And if you ever get a chance to fly WestJet, Dark, definitely go with them. They're absolutely brilliant airline. Really, really good mentality. Oh, Philbert Fly says he's got the 1080 Ti. That's technically, it's an older card, but it's actually more powerful than the one I have. A solid card, actually. Jayhawk says, I'm back circling, waiting for you all. Okay, we'll try and catch up. I think I'm still on that.
The 1080 Ti, you've got the 8 gig, or you've got the 11 gig OC.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going for a ridiculous amount of money now.
Yeah. I mean, if I was to get another card, I would definitely at least get a 2060, only to get the DLSS support, which is going to be coming soon, because that's going to give a big performance boost. But if I could afford it, I'd like to get a 3060. But you still, even for a 3060, which is still considered a mid-range card, it's still quite a bit of money. I think when I looked at it, it was about 500, 600 pounds just for that. So that's quite a lot of money.
All I'm going to say is that the DSR and DSLS is not what you think it is regarding frame rates, to be honest.
Well, this is DLSS in particular. Is that what you thought I was talking about?
Yeah, the performance boost it gives is not worth it.
Oh well, I'll just stick with my 660 Super then. I'm quite happy.
Yeah,
I mean, look at the stream. There's nothing. It's fine. I mean, I'm sure some people are looking at, oh, it could be higher resolution, or it could be 4K, or it could be, you should be getting 60, 70 frames per. No, I don't need that. I'm just plodding along. It's all stable. I'm talking, playing music, talking to you. I'm happy.
That's it. As long as you've got a happy flying experience, who cares?
Exactly. And I learned that a long time ago, because I used to be one of those mad tweakers that every time I'd go on to fly swim and then the sim, and I'd start messing around with settings and configurations, and you know what, I ended up spending more time doing that than actually using the bloody simulator. So I promised myself this time, when I got if it was working properly, I wouldn't get too bogged down with that. I do a little tweaking, a little bit, but not much. I'm just catching up with Frederick on the chat here. So he says, I'm going to fly commercial as a passenger. Oh, and you have to pack. I'm flying to Stockholm with SAS. Ah, very nice. Get some pictures, Frederick. Get some pictures. And Kevin saying, Beluga, first airline I remember is Small Planet Airlines. I've never heard of that. Where were they from, Beluga? Were they based out of Britain? And Kevin says, Stobart's collapse messed up regional flights here in Ireland. Yes, now Stobart, I happen to know something about that because I was a victim. Stobart was partnered with Flybe. I think they were kind of the controlling partner. And I was stranded in Cardiff. I tried to check in on my flight to come back up to Edinburgh on the Thursday night. And it said, the app, if you can imagine, said, page not available. Weird. And then the next thing you know, I heard there was a news story that they wouldn't let one of Flybe's airliners leave Glasgow for a fuel bill. I thought, okay. So I very quickly got myself a train ticket, which many stops, but ultimately I got a train ticket from Wales to Edinburgh that night, just in case. And sure enough, I went to sleep, and by the time I woke up, it was all over the news. Flybe was gone. So, luckily, I had a reserved seat. So there was how it worked is you had a boarding pass, you could get on the trains for free. But the trains were just absolutely mental, absolutely crazy. And they would let you on, but they wouldn't give you a seat. That was only going to reserve passengers. I had one, so luckily I was able to sit. On about dark. You know how long it took me? I left Cardiff at 9:30 in the morning, and by the time I got to Edinburgh airport, it was 11:30 at night.
Wow, that's a long time.
Very, very. I think, should I be looking for an airport just now? Then I think I'm looking at the Cape.
Yeah, you should be looking for Cape Canaveral right now.
Oh, and there goes Froden. Just as I pull to an exterior view. Oh dear. I can have a teething child in the background. This is reality TV, isn't it, Dark?
It's better than Big Brother.
Yeah, we're not hiding anything here. We're not hiding anything at all. Filbert saying, is Air Canada not well liked? I was quite impressed by them. I suppose it's your frame of comparison, but yes, anything's better than Air Transat. A guy with a body odor problem pushing you in a wheelbarrow down the middle of a highway is better than Air Transat. Okay? That's how I feel about it. Air Canada, yeah, internationally they're okay. WestJet, though, they're a level up. They very, very friendly workforce. The flight crews are absolutely amazing. The food is a lot better, apparently. And yeah, they're just a really nice airplane. They like to have fun. They give lots of charity and that kind of thing. Do all sorts of nice events. So anyway, once I get the opportunity, I'll be hopping myself onto a WestJet Dreamliner. The livery looks really cool too. I really like it. Jayhawk saying, Dark hates me for messing Missing lots of laugh. He has to fix it. I don't. Do you know what he's on about? Are you still fighting with children? Nick saying took a couple of months to tweak settings, and I took a photo of them, and I have not tweaked since. That's the key thing. And I did make one change for myself. Is I was throttling the frames on the Nvidia settings. I've taken that away after the Sim 8 update, and I've now used VSync 30 in the sim itself in the settings, and it just seems to love it. I don't think it likes being forced to a certain frame rate by the card. It likes to kind of control it itself, and it seems to be doing really successfully. I mean, look for yourself. This is the smoothest I've ever had it. So anyway, shall we think about landing? What direction do you fancy here? And I'm not going to land with a gamepad. You still with us, Dark? Or are you still battling children?
I'm still here, battling children.
Combination of the two, eh?
Yeah, multitasking. Who said men can't multitask?
Exactly. Okay, we are going to take the autopilot off here, and we're going to start. Now, I'm trying to get an idea of what runway everyone's using here. It probably doesn't really make a difference. But, you know, I'll just follow the pack. It looks like everyone's lining up for a left-hand circuit here, so I'm going to do that. I found out something really interesting about when you can deploy flaps and when you can deploy gear. And the gear is actually quite tolerant. You can drop the gear on the Piper Arrow at 133 knots, which I thought was exceptionally high.
Just don't lose your gear to a pylon.
That's it.
Interesting to actually see what the Cape Canaveral looks like in the sim.
Yeah, I'm somewhat interested myself, actually. It looks like the main buildings are right at the top of the runway, so we're probably going to have to do a bit of a backtrack here, but that's all right. So I think what I'm going to do, if everyone can just hold their horses, I'm going to get the airplane down, and I'm going to get out the airplane, and try and get some footage of you guys flying in. So if you can just do a few circles for a minute, let me get the airplane down. I'm going to actually come in for an expedited landing here, so let's do that. Drop the gear. And we'll drop the flaps as well. And I've left my fuel pump on the whole time. I know Tim's going to say something. Keep leaving my fuel pump on. Never mind, I need it now, so. So yeah, if everyone can just stay airborne, let me get this airplane down. It's kind of reminds me of the Oshkosh landings. You ever seen that? The footage from Oshkosh? They've got this big long runway, and they're telling everybody to land on different parts of it at the same time. It's absolutely amazing.
It's quite actually extreme footage if you think about it.
Oh, it's just bizarre. It is absolutely bizarre, and they were trying to, actually quite successfully, they were simulating it this year as well on Microsoft Flight Simulator, or VATSIM. I think it might have been VATSIM. And it was just so cool to watch. They were doing all the kind of same stuff. A little bit of a hop there, but I'm all right. We're down. Probably spilt someone's coffee. It wasn't the best, but it was okay. So right, I think what I'm going to do is just get right off the grass here. So if everyone can hang on, don't land yet. Just give me a second here. Just a second. I'm going to stop the airplane. Get out here and let's have a look around and watch everyone come in. I love this. I see an F35, and it looks like it's hovering. Here he comes. He loves the VSOL stuff. Like, gears down. Oh, he's zoomed over me. There was a way to speed this up, but I'm not going to change anything right now. Just checking in with the chat here. So I'm going to get close to the threshold if everyone wants to ramble on in, and I'll just leave that camera there, and we'll catch up with the chat. Lucas says, to be honest, I don't know where they were based, but I got it in Greenland. Can't remember the airport. Oh, this is Small Planet. 2 flights of mine have been canceled due to COVID. Yes, likewise. We had a family holiday planned, paid for, all ready to go to Cyprus. The kids were absolutely ecstatic about going. We'd never been abroad with the children, and COVID. And so now this year we're taking them to Portugal, finally able to treat them. So yeah, J-Hog is saying, I was saying, Willie, I messed with the PC and Dark has to fix it. Ah, got you. Okay, yeah, I got you.
No comment.
And I see you coming in now, Dark. Very nice. And Filbert had a beautiful land. He was right on the center line. Right, is there anybody? I think we got Mighty Mackerel coming in. I can't try and see who's in the distance there. And Shark Kitty says, turning left downwind runway 33. Okay. Is that... I haven't even looked at the compass. I don't even know what runway that is. I'm hoping it's C3. Yeah, that is 3-3, Shark Kitty, so I should get you right on camera here. No problem at all. No problem at all. Beluga says, what's the ICAO code? It is Kilo Tango Tango Sierra. Is that right there? I'll just punch up the route here just quickly here. So, yeah, Kilo Tango Tango Sierra. That's what you're after. In fact, what I should do is just copy that route and bring it into here, and then I can just turn it off and on as I need to. There you go. So that's where we are. We're at Kilo Tango Tango Sierra. Let's see, Mighty Mackerel coming in. There we go. That looks like a very soft landing, that. I think Mighty Mackerel just had a greaser. Kevin, is that you, Kevin, isn't it? I think he just had a greaser. Look at that. Beautiful. Oh, here comes J-Hog. Looks like he landed quite close to the end of the runway there. He's in very nicely. And I can see Shark Kitty winding around. And we've got Palm Top 2. Who's Palm Top 2? Make yourself known in the chat so we know what we're talking about. We need a, Dark, you know what we need? We need an index of what the names in the sim match up to the people in the community in the chat and the Discord, so we know who everyone is. Because I keep forgetting. I know people remind me, oh, I'm such and such, and I think, right, then half an hour later, I don't remember who everyone is here.
Random guy 1, random guy 2.
Random guy 2, yeah. I mean, for me, it's easy. I'm Willie Canuck. I'm Willie Canuck in the sim. I mean, there's no confusing me. Kevin says, that's me indeed. I'll check Valenta for glide scope, but it felt smooth. It looked, I'll tell you what, I could be wrong, but from what I could tell, Kevin, it looked like you absolutely nailed that one. And Vroden says, between the helicopter and this plane, it's been a really long time since I did a normal approach and landing. Well, that's why we're here, just to have fun. And you know what? We are looking at doing some other aircraft types soon as well. So we want to, I think, Dark, it's probably fair to say general aviation is their core. So we'll always try and focus around that. Here comes Shark. Look at this. Look at this. Come on, Shark. Right, right on the numbers. She's just making me look bad. She's just trying to show me up.
If it wasn't on the numbers, there's no cat food.
Now, if you talk to a CFI, they'll say that's not where they want you to land. But I know some old school flight instruction always did say that. Look at that. Positive rate livery, isn't it gorgeous? Who did that then? Who did that? Is that us all down? Is there anybody we're still waiting on? Otherwise, I'll move the camera. Oh, hi, May. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Positive Rate. If you have Flight Simulator, you can join us online. We are currently... I'm going to snap my fingers. Watch this. You ready? We are currently at our second airport, Kilo Tango Tango Sierra. So you can join us around West Europe server. And you're more than welcome to come along. Jayhawk, yeah, you're easy pilot. Of course, yeah. And where is your nephew, by the way? Very disappointed. I spend so much time watching his streams. Did we establish who Palm Top 2 was? Because that looks like a good landing as well. The display threshold was so big, Shark Kitty says, I could bleed off my speed to hit the numbers. It's alright. Yeah, I dare say you're probably more accurate than I am. Oh! We had someone land and come to a dead stop. And we've got another one. I can just make it out. It's Betta Oswin? Who's that then? I don't know who these people are. That looked like that was a cracker landing anyway. Anyway, I think that's everybody down, so I will, let's come back to the group here. I think we're all ready to go, so no time like the present, shall we, get back in the old cockpit here. I'm going to do a quick fuel check. We still got 40%. I think we're probably good for the next flight because it's pretty close, isn't it? So we're off to NASA next, isn't it?
Yes, yes. If it's anything like Cape Canaveral, I'll be disappointed.
Yeah, we didn't really have a look around here, did we? Mind you, is it... No, obviously Cape Canaveral, they're thinking of the launch site, but is the launch site anywhere near the airport?
It's about a mile to the north, I believe.
A mile to the north. So I think we're kind of taking off northish, so why don't we just have a quick look? And then we'll circle back en route. So we'll fly runway heading. Dead north. Make that adjustment in there. See if we can spot anything that looks like a rocket base.
So it's actually to the east
Of
the runway.
East. Okay. Well, let's we'll do a slow circle on the east, and then we'll continue back en route. But again, we're blessed with a magnificently huge runway here. Alright, I think I'm okay to go. Still wanted to hit Shark Kitty there. Fly around. Gear up! Positive rate.
Trying to watch J-Hog in his caravan.
Well, you did say east.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll do a slow circle to the east here. Continue to build our let's have a quick peek. See if we see anything that looks spaceshipy. There's a lot of very strange road markings, that's for certain. It is a very peculiar area. Not entirely sure. That looks like a launch site down there, if I'm being honest, because there's you get there's a big tractory thing, isn't it? It kind of pulls it out and hauls it along to the. I think I see something that looks a bit.
There's actually two parts to it, as you say. There's one with the actual launch site, and one where they put the tractory from.
Yeah. I definitely see something that looks very kind of spacey, launchy. I think we have a launch site. I certainly can't explain it any other way. Can you see my stream, Dark? Yeah, does that look like it probably was a launch site?
Yeah, that's the looks like the launch site, to be honest.
And I think, am I right? SpaceX still uses it. I think they use the old.
Yeah, SpaceX uses it. I think Elon Musk pays quite a bit to use it since there's been no shuttle flight since the Challenger accident.
Yeah, mind you, I think there's he's certainly done a lot for NASA nowadays in terms of supporting the space station. And I gotta admit, I mean, I know a lot of people have a love-hate relationship with Elon Musk, but his companies have accomplished fantastic things, and SpaceX is just fascinating company. And that the first time that they did the Falcon Heavy launch and you saw the two boosters come down at the same time, I mean, that was something out of a movie. I'd never seen. I watched it live and I was actually crying, tears in my eyes watching it. My kids were making fun of me, like, why are you crying, Dad? I'm like, because it's so cool. Anyways, back to the chat. I'll just quickly check in. Bluga says, you guys aren't showing up in my sim. Trying to fix it. Yeah, make sure you're on the right server. Just check West Europe because mine does switch by itself sometimes. Sim's getting a bit loud again. And Filbert says, nah, you should absolutely land on the numbers. Okay, well, if you say so, Filbert, we'll do that then. Jayhawk says, digging a hole for the kids. Yeah, I think so. With 4 kids, it's a bit busy at times. Yeah, I can imagine. Well, I mean, Gav's he kind of hit the jackpot in a good and a bad way, didn't he? I remember when he first said it on stream, and I asked him. I said, "How many kids do you got?" And I said, "I got 4. I got one. I think it's a boy, isn't it? And I've got triplets." And I went, "Ah, God, I would have had a heart attack right then and there. I don't know how he does it." May says, do you fly in real life? No, I'm not a pilot, but I have flown something very similar to this in real life with friends. I've got many friends who are pilots, and this isn't far away from the Piper Warrior, and I've flown that. And I think I have actually been in an Archer, which is similar to what Frederick has, or flies in Skellefteå in Sweden. Jayhawk says in a word, yes, there you go. Anyway, shall we get back en route here then? Spent so much time talking, I forget about why we're here. We're here to fly a route. Actually, I'm not far away from the next airport. According to my little moving map here, Dark, it says it's right underfoot. So we should be looking for it.
Yeah, it's just in front of us.
I see. So I think we'll just do a touch and go here and just snap on. Because it's already 8:15. It's 8:15 and we're only at our second airport. Or third. This will be our third, to be fair. Yeah, I think I'll do a touch and go here.
Looks like there's something quite interesting to the east of the runway. That'd be nice to see what's down there.
We'll keep our eyes peeled. Well, it looks like I'm lining up for, I want to say, I think it'll be a runway 9 or a 10 by the looks of it. Here we go, here we go, here we go. I think there's a song with that lyric, isn't there?
Football tune.
Is May still with us? She asked me, I think she asked me if I was a pilot. I said no, bang, off we go. I still haven't turned that silly fuel pump off. I really need a checklist. Get off a bit of speed here. I see a control tower. And you said there was something to the east. Oh, I think I had a greaser there almost. Are you? I see you still flying, Darky, off to inspect this strange object.
Yes, these UFOs.
Oh yeah, this is right about the area, isn't it? I'm just gonna probably hold on the runway here just to see if anyone is following me in. Yep, there goes a F35 screaming past. We'll just get everyone doing a touch and go here, and then I've got plenty of runway. I can just take off again. We'll continue on course. Here comes Kevin.
Okay. Oh wow! I never expected that.
You found something, have you? Very nice. Beautiful flyby there. Is there anybody coming in, or shall I just take off again? I can see Filbert off in the distance there. Filbert, are you circling around for a touch and go or a flyby? Jayhog's just on final there. Yet again, it looks like another very well-controlled landing. Look at him, just float down like that. I'd like to think I look like that. Oh, wow, look at that. Lovely. Great flyby there. Oh, Vroden, here's your chance for a big F-35 flyby, high speeds, right along the runway. I'm waiting for you, mate. I'm waiting. Filbert says he's doing a touch and go, right? Well, we'll get it. We've got you. Now this will be a new thing for you, Filbert, because you don't have to do a replay to do this. We can just watch you live in action. Of course, Filbert is no slouch to the simulator. I see an F35 chasing down right behind them. And running over him promptly. Not quite what I had in mind, Frodo. And there's Shark Kitty over the top. It's just such a great playground. Right. What I was going to say, Filbert. Now, if you're joining us in Positive Rate, we are currently. Let's put our magic route back on here. So we are at Kilo X-Ray Mike Romeo. Is that right, Dark? Is that where it just landed? So if you are joining us, you can spawn in right now. If you are on the sim, we're on Western Europe server. It's all in the details right at the top there. And we're about to take off on our final leg along the east coast of Florida down to Palm City to a small airfield. So much shorter runway this time, a bit more attention needed. But before I forget, Filbert Flies, who's joined us today, is also a fantastic streamer. You can check him out on YouTube. Just search Filbert Flies. You'll find him. He does all sorts of airliners. He's really, really good at it as well. And he's also particularly good at the Snowball Suicide Simulator. If anybody can tell me what that is. Do you know what airplane I'm talking about, Tart?
No idea.
I think Filbert knows what I'm talking about. And Filbert says, Broden's still safely with me because I was flying in VATSIM and he couldn't fly along. Ah! I see. There we go. So yes, please do support all of our great affiliates. And DarkFury, of course, everyone needs to go find you on flightsim.to. And the easiest way to do that, and there's a fantastic flyby by Vroden. The easiest way to do that is to go in the show description on YouTube. You'll see a link for downloading the Positive Right livery, which looks a little bit something like that. Of course, this is my own personal airplane with my name badge on it. But you can get one that has Scott Leaf with the Positive Rate logo on the front, or there's another one with the Positive Rate logo on the back. And I may convince DarkFury to do one more. But I think we're going to focus on our next airplane. Oh, I'm missing these flybys. I'm just seeing bang, bang, bang. Yes, so if you click on that link for the livery, you'll go through to DarkFury's profile on flightsim.to, and he does some fantastic liveries for all sorts of things, including the Airbus 320. What else have you painted, Dark? Give me a list of some of the more popular airplanes.
So, the Twatter, the Arrow. I've got the 787, the A320, A32NX, the DC-6. I've got some cockpit modifications, some white modifications, and there's quite a few on the way.
Amazing, absolutely amazing. And of course, this is your handiwork here. And of course, when you did mine, you wouldn't give me a clean airplane. You had to make sure it was nice and dirty, didn't you?
Well, I had to make sure the zoo had tested first.
We get some pretty good flybys here. I should just do this more often. Just sit still and let everyone fly by me. Who needs to watch me flying around, Anyway, let's get back on course. Okay, here we go. We've got a schedule to keep here. We've got places to see. If I'm very particularly quick, do you think you could guide me to this interesting thing that you found?
Well, interestingly enough, it's an oil tank that's parked on the beaches.
Okay. That's different. Does it look like a glitch?
Depends what you define glitch as.
There we go. Positive Rate. You're up. Don't forget you can do was it exclamation summon takeoff in the chat. And this time I will turn off the pump. There we go. And everyone's up in front of me perfect. Autopilot back home. Oh. The autopilot's saying, I thought you wanted to go this way. No, I don't. I want to go this way. Alright, let's see if I can pick up the course again. It should do, because it looks like I'm spot on it, so... Oh, there we go. There we go. Positive rate. Thank you, Dick. Thank you, Dick. You broke the tension. I don't know where my airplane's going, but we'll find out. I think it's just coming on course now. It's like, there we go.
Should just be below you now, Willie.
What's that?
Should just be below you right now. The interesting object.
All right. Okay. Is it in the sea? Oh, I see it. Yeah, I do see it. It looks like it's kind of blocking the canal or something. Look at that water. What the hell? Looks warm. Actually, a little bit of distance here just so we can get capture anyone flying by. And I'm still climbing. Why am I still climbing? Now I'm dropping. Trying to get to my magic 2,500 feet again. Alright, that should do it. There we go. 2,500, roughly. Give or take. And we'll settle in for, I think I'm settling in for about 120 knots here again. I've done it right. Play about there. Right.
Make him lose his focus. Oh no! Sorry! Shut up!
It's true more often than you think. Oh, here we got Amazing Labar. Hello, how are you? Welcome to Positive Rate, mate. How you doing? We're just on the way to Palm City in Florida on the southern eastern coast, I should say. And we've got various people around here that are quite far away from me at the moment, but hopefully they'll converge in my position at some point. Although we've got Rodin's in his F35, not far behind. Not far behind. Yeah, I feel like I'm all out here by myself, Dark.
Just following the coastline. Some nice views actually over here. It's one thing I like about flying, just flying over the beach and just watching Palm City go by.
I think I'm flying this course too directly, so I'll kick in the old autopilot a bit here and.
Dang.
And who? Oh, Amazing Labar, subscribe. Amazing Labar, thank you so much for subscribing. Glad to have you along, mate. Do check out our Discord as well. If you look in the show description, the show notes, come into the Discord community. You'll be a part of the Haggis family. And yeah, great to have you along, mate. Thank you for coming along. We fly every Thursdays at 1900 Zulu. So if you got Flight Simulator, you can join us. You could actually join us right now, although we're kind of on our final leg at the moment. But yeah, thank you for the sub. Really appreciate it, mate. And he says a lot of people. Yeah, there is. They're not all because of us. It just seems to be, even though we're on Western Europe, there just seems to be a lot of people, Dark, doesn't there? Everywhere.
There seems to be a lot more people on the West Europe server than the North.
Very strange.
Passing Kilo Charlie Oscar Foxtrot, if anybody does want to join.
So I'm coming up to a place with ground and roads. Where's that? Do you have any idea? I got my magic moving map here. So I am coming up to, oh, it's Cocoa Beach, the Cocoa Beach.
Yeah, do you have a meme for Cocos?
I do not. I can look at that. I can definitely check that out. Now, I've been to Cocoa Beach. I've actually been here, but it's Cocoa Beach is actually somewhat famous. And that's one thing about. I see the airstrip there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But there's just the whole thing's a beach. I mean, Florida is basically one giant beach that goes right around the thing. The funny thing that happened to me though was I drove down the Florida. So we parked on the beach because everyone was parked on the beach, and I thought perfect. So I parked up on the beach, and I had a lovely day with my girlfriend at the time. And yeah, we're there for about 2-3 hours, not really thinking much about it. And then suddenly it was kind of coming time. We said, we want to go get something to eat. Yeah, definitely do that. Where's my car? So we went to find the car. Now the car was parked about, I want to say about 300 feet from the beach. By the time we got to the car, the beach was 10 feet, or the water was 10 feet away. So the tide had come in, because I'm forgetting it's on the Atlantic. The tide had come in, and but I kind of was backed up. Basil Bar.
Dang.
They seem to have multiple subscriptions here. That's interesting. Okay. So, but the way I got out was through the beach. So I actually had to drive through the water to get off the beach. And this guy said, "Just go, just gun it, don't stop, just drive until you get to the exit." So I did that. And of course, by the time I got to it, the car was absolutely covered in salt water. And this other fellow had seen me come out. And he says, son, you're really gonna have to get someone to clean that. You're gonna be rusting the crap if you don't get that salt water off the car. And I said, yeah, no, that's fair enough. And he says, I could recommend somebody. I said, okay. So he says, if you go down here, make a left, da-da-da. So I went down, and some guy, it was an old guy, he charged me $30 US, and he went through every inch of that car, getting all the salt off and everything like that. And he was actually a really nice guy. But when I think back on it, I almost think it's a bit of a rig. This guy kind of sits there and waits for people to drive through the water, and then points out that the car's going to rust, and directs them to his good friend for $30 a pop. Now that was back in the 90s, so God knows what it would cost now. But yes, that's my Cocoa Beach story. Sorry, it was very long-winded. Was it interesting? I tried to make it interesting. I tried to do like arm flourishes.
Did you see any U-boats?
U-boats, no.
Shit.
No. Amazing Labar says he just joined. I have lots of channels. You have a lot of channels. Oh, right. Okay. Are you on? Are you a streamer as well? And I see everyone's coming in underneath me. I can see you, Dark. Getting a really good view of the coastline right from... looks like you're only about 200 feet above there.
Flying low, flying slow.
Very nice. Filbert flies his way up ahead of us.
Dang. Dang.
So I'm wondering if that subscription... Is that...
Dang.
Amazing Labar, are you unsubbing and resubbing again? Is that why we're seeing that happen? Because you just really like the meme. And I don't know how I can actually fix that, but there must be a way. Filbert, I need to get in touch with you at some point. I have tweaks that I need to do. And I need an old seasoned streamer such as yourself to kind of walk me through the process. Neil! Hi Neil, Flying Scotsman, how you doing, mate? How are you doing? You're late again? You're late to the party we were on our last leg. I wanted you to fly with us. And you're in Scotland as well. I'm very offended, mate. Extremely offended. Filbert says, sorry, I've had to press on because I'm flying to Hong Kong to Heathrow overnight. Ah, on stream. Hong Kong to Heathrow. Tonight. Holy moly. Have you done anything like that, Dark, on the sim?
Done JFK to Heathrow.
JFK to Heathrow. Well, that's a fair trek, but Hong Kong to Heathrow is a, as Scotty would say, it takes a bit of doing. Well, Filbert, I will, if I'm still up tonight, I'll definitely try and check you out at the start of the stream, and I dare say by the time I get up in the morning, I might be catching you at the end of it when you'll be really grumpy. So I'll make a point, actually, tomorrow morning, Filbert, to check you on your stream in the morning, just to wind you up properly, right and well and proper. But that's amazing, mate. That's amazing. Now, there is a concern that I've heard that the sim starts to run into trouble after it's been running for 8 hours, so I guess we'll see how you get on. But hopefully, now that you've rolled back those drivers, you should be okay.
I'd like to know what Philbert's actually flying in, whether he's doing it in, never mind. He's already answered my question.
No, he's in a Piper Arrow, is he not?
He's doing it in 3PD in the 787.
Oh, P3D. All right. Now, who does the 787 in P3D? That'll be a high fidelity model. That's why he's doing that.
Should do it in Microsoft Flight Sim using the 747 Salty.
And Amazing LeBear says, I'm flying from Heathrow to Australia. That's a good trick as well. I mean, that's actually probably further than Hong Kong, actually.
Especially when
Sorry, go ahead.
When the A380 is finally released, that's going to be a game changer.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think that's going to be a lovely thing to fly. Sharkity says Filbert doesn't have a bed; he has a captain's seat instead. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, Sharkity. It's probably got a lever where he sits in the chair, he does his stream, and he just pulls a lever, and it just goes flat, and then he wakes up in the morning, kind of getting ready for the stream later. Right, here we go. Is that how it works? Is that how it works, Filbert? Flag Scott says, aye, it does. It's a long way. Aye, it is. Amazing LeBear, 67 subs. Excellent, mate. Well done. I'll have to check you out. I'll definitely look for you on YouTube. Is it on YouTube you're on, yeah? Oh, this music's putting me to sleep. Saturday night.
A wise guy, eh?
Well timed. Filbert says, Salty is impressive, but I only do real-world routes. I always pick a quality P3D add-on for long haul over anything in MSFS. Yes, I understand. I understand. Although I heard that the... Oh, sorry, I've got a cough. I don't want to do this while I'm hot. Excuse me. Of course, Dark, you got to hear all of that.
Yes.
Amazing Bear says New Zealand and then back to Heathrow. Wow, you're a machine, mate. You're a machine. And you're live tomorrow. Right, I'll check you out. I'll definitely check you out, mate. Thing to do, if you join our Discord, LeBear, Lee Bear, if I'm pronouncing it right, Lee Bear. If you join our Discord, in there, send me a DM. Just remind me that you're on stream tomorrow, and I'll definitely come and check you out, mate. Okay. But thanks for having along. It's great to have you along. And Shark Kitty's on about something technical again. It's linked to a master mooring system, so it wakes him up. Oh, right, yeah. We're on about Filbert again. It wakes him up if there's any warning or autopilot disconnection. Yeah, that would be. It's probably like an electric shock. So,
I'm sure
Filbert, sorry, what were you going to say? Go ahead.
I'm sure the Salty 747 has where if you come to the approach and you're not awake, it actually pauses the sim.
Yeah. But then that's kind of breaking the realism. I mean, really, you got to stick with it, don't you? But what I was going to ask, Filbert, if you are flying this, are you actually going to take kind of breaks during it? Because I know I laughed. I think it was Drya had done a long haul. And I think it was about halfway through the stream, and he just he was on stream and he just went, yep. And he just kind of he walked away, and it was 20 minutes later, and he wasn't there. And when the thing says the captain's away from the deck, I'm like, where's he gone? So I caught up with him the next day, and I said, what happened to you? So he says, I actually went to just have a quick nap, and I ended up going to sleep for an hour. He was on stream. There's people watching. I'm like, oh my gosh. But that's why I would do that, Dark, because I'd be terrified of falling asleep if I did anything like that.
They say 20-minute cat naps is best for you than half an hour or 30 minutes, half an hour to an hour at a time.
Yeah. Well, of course, in real, obviously in real life, long hauls like that usually have about 4 pilots, don't they? They have a takeoff crew and a relief crew that just kind of kick back and, well, for the most part, I think they sleep. Oh, I see a Cessna Caravan coming in there. Is that Kevin? Can't remember. I can see everybody circling around me up there. We might actually finish on time tonight, Dark. I'm very impressed with you. You've done this perfectly.
Yes, it was very calculated.
Filbert says,
the last landing.
Filbert says, yes, I'm going to sleep for the majority of it. I'm not streaming it except in Discord. Oh, right. Got you. So you just kind of thrown the sim on and thought, well, if I'm sleeping, I might as well burn, 400 or 500 watts on my PC. Is that how it works? Oh, we've got Amazing LeBaron. You've got lots of accounts here, mate. Lots of accounts. Oh, the Caravan's UJ Hug. Sorry, right. No worries. I knew it was one of you. I only had 8 or 9 people to choose from. I had to get one of them eventually. I can see you. Now, this is kind of the formation flying that I did years ago. It was something similar to this.
Dang.
I want to say thank you for the sub, Lee Bear, but I'll probably be repeating myself all night. But thank you, mate. I do appreciate it. Right, how far are we from this airport then? Let's take a quick look on there.
So we're 39.1 nautical miles away from the airport.
Oh, tis just a hop in the air, isn't it? A hop in the air.
To actually land here, you've got to request VFR clearance from Palm Beach approach.
Probably. Well, certainly where I lived, back in Hamilton, you had to request VFR clearance. When we would fly from Hamilton to Toronto Island, you're constantly in contact with air traffic control, but they kind of ignored you as long as you were below a certain altitude, obviously out of Class A. or Class D. Was it Class D? But they did occasionally come on, and so I would hear them quite often. But once we got past Toronto, out east, there, away from the airport, there was nothing, absolutely nothing, because the next major airport after Toronto, towards the east, is Ottawa, which is a 7-hour drive away, or 6-hour drive. So, but yeah, certainly around the area I lived, and I imagine Florida is quite busy. There's a lot of international airports, and I guess you have a lot of kind of military bases as well, don't you? And naval ports. So there's be a lot of. I've not really looked at it, but I would imagine there's a lot of restricted airspace in Florida for that reason.
Yeah, there seems to be a lot. I don't know whether it's just Florida or America itself. There seems to be a lot of like major airports. Then you've got your load of little airports scattered around. In between, like you've got your military bases and your private sectors.
Yeah, exactly. And Philbert's saying pretty much a few of us flew the outbound the night before last. Ah, right, okay. Trying to backtrack in my head in the conversation to try to remember what you were talking about. This is the problem, Philbert, though, isn't it? You read a comment and then you think, what was that referring to? And Jayhawk says, blame Dark, he said take that. The Caravan. No, it was a good choice. He's right. If you don't have the Piper Arrow, the Cessna is probably a good speed to hit your sweet spot 120 knots. I'll tell you, the airplane I'm really looking forward to, Dark. Have I told you?
Which one would that be?
It's FlySimware's Cessna 414 Alpha. By God, does that look amazing. Absolutely stunning. And I've never even really heard of them, but I did a bit of reading on them, and they have been around. I think they have a P3D. Philbert, are you familiar with the Flyware 414 Alpha Cessna? But they have all these different videos, and they're just talking through different things. So the most recent one that came out a few days ago was all the sounds that they have, and it's like even when they're pulling levers in and out, it's got a noise, that's basically been recorded from the real thing. But it just looks like a beautiful airplane, and one of the reasons I'm really keen for it is because it's a twin engine GA, but it has a pressurized cabin, so it's a high altitude and it goes really quick. And the only two comparable airplanes I can think of, neither of which are available for Microsoft Flight Simulator at the moment, is the Duke Turbo, Beech Duke Turbo, and the Piper Cheyenne, which was both of which originally appeared for P3D and FSX. I think the Cheyenne was Aerosoft, and the Duke Turbo was a standalone company, but they're defunct now. They don't exist anymore, unfortunately. And it's a real shame because the Beech Duke was just absolutely beautiful model for FSX and P3D. It was really, really stunning. And it was one of those airplanes, Dark, that how you have the cowl covers for the engines. In the Duke, if you started that engine and your cowls were closed, the engine would blow up within a matter of a minute because it would overheat. And that was just like the real airplane. I really, really loved it. Absolutely adored that plane. So the 414 I'm really looking forward to. Philbert, if you haven't heard of it, and Shark Kitty knows, she's seen some of the screenshots as well. Just look it up. FlySimware Cessna 414 Alpha. There's a bunch of videos on YouTube for it. My God, I mean, if you like general aviation, I love general aviation. It's a fast, high altitude twin engine, and it just looks awesome. And it's got a mixture of the old steam gauges, which I love, so you can do proper VOR and radio flying with it, but it still has like a GPS unit if you want it. It's just brilliant. Just looks amazing. So, and that's why I'm hoping to I'm going to chase Martin very soon. He's probably, if he watches any of my streams, he's going to shout at me for this, but I want to find out if they're still going to be doing the Duchess, because that would be another fantastic entry. And if we get something like the Duchess to the level of quality that you get on the Piper Arrow, oh, that'll be an airplane and a half, Dark. Absolutely beautiful. What are you looking forward to, Dark?
Well, apart from the 737 from PMDG and the 777, The other aircraft I'm really looking forward to is the Mad Dogs. They're doing the MD8.
Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. The housing surveys below look like they're trying to spell a message, almost like "help me." Look at those the housing surveys. Oh my goodness. It's kind of like a kid got a crayon and said, "Here, design me a housing survey." I think everyone's well ahead of me now. Apart from Vroden, he's stuck with me. Good old Vroden. Everyone else, they're like, heck with that, Willie. We're gonna land.
I mean, there's some quite a couple interesting aircraft to be coming soon. So you've got the Duchess possibly. You've got the PMDD stuff. There's the Mad Dogs doing the MD-18s and the MD-11 on about coming in.
Oh, the MD-11. Wow, that looks good.
You've got
I keep forgetting there's a Synapse Airbus T20 I'm really interested in as well, which looks like that's going to be distributed by the fly-by-wire team, so that's really good.
There's the Boeing 757 as well,
which I love the aircraft. I was a big fan of the Level D767 for FSX and P3D. Shark Kitty saying, the Piper Aerostar 2. Oh, who's doing the Piper Aerostar? That's kind of off my radar, actually, that one. LeBear's yet another account saying, hello, sir. How are you? And Vroden saying, this is where we keep all the old people. Yes. And can anybody tell me? Here's a trivia question. There's a lot of Canadians that live in Florida, retired Canadians. They come here in the wintertime. Does anybody know what the nickname of retired Canadians who live in Florida during the winter months? If anyone can tell me the nickname, I will. You'll be my all-star for the whole stream. How's that? We'll have to get giveaways for trivia contests at some point in the future. In fact, I think we're probably getting close to time to give away a Piper Arrow. Dark, what do you think?
Yeah.
We'll have to speak to our good friends at Just Flight and see if they're willing to give us a wee taster to hand out to one of our viewers. And if you just joined us, welcome to Positive Rate. Thank you for coming along. We are the friendliest flight sim community in the world. We're on our last leg, getting very close to Palm City. But we fly every Thursdays at 1900 Zulu. We would love for you to come along and join us and meet our merry band of people. And please join our Discord. If you go in the show description, you'll find a link through our Discord. Become a part of the Haggis family. And of course, share your screenshots. If you share your screenshots, all the screenshots that I will download, and they will play at the beginning of each stream, as you have seen today. So if you think that's good, someone give me a thumbs up. Someone thumb in the Discord or in the stream chat to see, so I know that everyone's happy with what I'm talking about. Put us in the mood. It was Flying Scotsman says Floricans. That's very clever. No, it's not. It's Neil. It's the snowbirds. They're called snowbirds because they fly south in the winter. But that's what they call them. And Nick says, of course, the BAE 146, Dark. The BAE 146. Yes, we're waiting for that one, aren't we?
I don't know actually on that one. I'm not too. I'll have to see how it goes.
Is it just not your flavor of aircraft? Is that the reason?
I wouldn't say it's not my flavour. It's just something that really, it's like the DC-6. I was never a fan of the DC-6, but once I got to fly it and I got to know how it worked, I can fly it. Don't get me wrong; it's enjoyable. It's different, but it's not something particularly I like to fly. I'm more like airliners, military aircraft.
Yeah, I'm with you on the DC-6. I like the idea of it, but I don't know. I mean, I should really give it a chance, to be fair. And of course, I curse all tail draggers. I don't like them, and you guys like tail draggers. I don't know. I think everyone's got their own flavor, but that's the great thing about Flight Simulator is everyone can find their their happiness in the airplanes that they like. I mean, if there's one thing that I never would have thought possible, if 2 years ago someone told me your favorite airliner will be an Airbus 320 designed by a company called Fly-by-Wire, it'll be completely free. You'll get to know it and love it by watching someone called Gavin on YouTube, and then you'll find that you're just a huge fan of it. I thought, nah, I don't think so, because I never really cared much about Airbus, and you know what? Now I love it, absolutely love it. The Shark's saying, I'm waiting on the Threnda DGS series Caravan. Oh, next plane. Oh, yes. That sounds good. Amazing LeBear says... Sorry, Dark. Amazing LeBear says, are you from the USA? I'm from the UK. No, I'm from Canada, originally. But I live in Scotland. And I'm getting thumbs up and thumbs down very places, but no one's is anyone going to summon a thumb? Exclamation mark summon thumb. I put that on there for you guys. I thought you would love it. Snowbirds, yeah, exactly. The BAE is cool, Shark Kitty says, if you like short-range regionals and you like them steam gauges, because it's a classic jet, it is. Very, very manual jet. Which I think, some people will love. Other people will absolutely hate it, and I think anyone who is a child of the magenta line, as we call it, because if it wasn't for me following Dark's route, I'll tell you what. There we go. There we go. Thumbs up, thank you, Shark Kitty. There it is. I thought people would be spamming the crap out of that. I really thought they would. Oh, Kevin, there's a cooldown period, mate. This is one thing I can control, and I've thought of it. There's a 2-minute cooldown on every meme. Otherwise, you could just imagine, yeah. Anyway, are we close to an airport here? I'm going to try and get my airplane down again, and I'll tell you what, I'm going to speed up because I think everyone's waiting for me, so I'm going to get a move on. I'm going to get my airplane down. I'll get parked. Watch all of you fine folks come in because you're such great, you're so much better at landing than I am, of course. And I think, is it pretty much a straight-on runway into Palm City here, Dark? It looks like it's almost an up-down runway here.
It's pretty much just off about 10 degrees, I believe.
Okie doke. Getting killed with fumes here.
Speaking of aircraft, I wonder if anybody's actually going to build a 787.
That's a good question. It's a very good question.
And I mean, the Continental would be nice as well. General, yeah.
Which one was that? The Continental? Kevin says, yeah, we had a bit of a snap moment there. All right, so you both went in for it at the same time. Well, if you give it another 60 seconds, you should get into the crack at it, Kevin. I'm looking for this runway. I know it's ahead of me somewhere. I'm going 160 knots now, so I don't think I'm really holding anybody out. It says 3 minutes, 6 miles out. Okay. Amazing LeBear says, love the content and you keep up the great work. And I've got to go. Oh, well, LeBear, thank you very, very much for saying so. It's been great having you along, and take care. We'll see you hopefully next week. Philbert says, have I come to wrong airport? I'm at Naked Lady Ranch. I think that's the right one, is it not?
Yes, that's the right one.
That is the correct airport, Philbert.
Just something to brighten up the...
I think I see it. Got it down there. Is it pretty much just a don't know if that's a runway or not. I'll tell you what, I really do need this GPS now because I have no idea where this is. Oh, oh, I see something. I see something runway looking in the distance there. This is when you get into the VFR separates the men from the children. Can you find the airport in the middle of nowhere? So everybody thinks it's really easy to spot a runway, but it's not really, not if it's a small one. And Filbert says, "Oh, good. I thought I heard you talk about a different one." No, it's more my confusion, Filbert. More my confusion. The Jayhawk says we need the Flower of Scotland summon. Ah, gonna write that one down. Actually, we can do that. We actually probably need all the rugby ones, don't we, Jayhawk? I actually had a kind of a bit of a livery idea about that, how we could represent the. I haven't talked to you about any of this yet, Dark. But I thought we have a lot of our people are from the Six Nations, more or less. And if we were going to do liveries, rather than do flags, why not do something that's akin to like the rugby symbol? So we could do like a rose livery for positive rate for England. I can't remember what Wales is. A harp for Ireland.
You've got to do a Guinness.
Guinness. Thumbs up! I don't know where the runway is, so I'm just going to follow all these airplanes and hopes that you guys know where it is. Because I can't see it. Is it surrounded by trees, Dark?
Yes, it's a tree.
Oh, okay. Alright, I see it now. I'm going to do a slow circle here. So, like I said, if you can land if you want, or if you can stay up just a little bit longer, I'll get the airplane down and get everyone coming in. We're only 5 minutes late, so that's alright. I think I can cope with that. And thank you very much, Dark. This has been a great route.
Very scenic.
Very scenic. Absolutely. Absolutely. Jayhawk said if I were doing a cricket, I'd have a toilet on my plane as I were going down the pan. Okay. Well, now I've gotten too low and I don't know where I am. Nope, I think it's over there. Is it over there somewhere? I've completely lost runway again now. Ah, my, oh my, oh my. Right, trim this out a bit. Okay, I'm downwind, so it should be over there somewhere. Okay. What's the runway number at Naked Lady Football Airport? What's the choice of runways there, Dart?
So it is number 9 and number 27.
Ah, so it's an east-west.
Is the turf one. Don't forget to mention that. And it's 1836 for the tarmac.
Alright, I think I can make this. No, that's a motorway. Lost again. Completely lost. This is where it's time for situational awareness now. There is a solid argument, as much as I do love VFR flying, that the GPS has probably had immense help for pilots to stop them from getting lost. I give up. Where's this air? Where is it? There it is. I see it. Okay, dokie. Alright, here we go. No playing around now. Need some victory music here. Filbert says I landed on the turf, but it was long. Okay. That's somewhat reassuring. Okay, I see it now. Here we go. Here we go. Land like a duck. I can't. Is that a duck or a goose? I can't remember. Here we go. Don't hit the trees. Oh, there's a road right beside it as well. Displaced runway. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. I'll take that. I'll do. And there's just a wee little clearing here, so I shall join you guys. Well, we can even get the positive rate liveries together here, Dark. What? Okay. We'll get out of here. Let's have a quick look around. We see anybody coming in. Yes, you're all free to land. Unless you've landed in the trees. Is there anybody coming in? You can find it. I have faith in you. Well, I had to cheat. I had to cheat, Neil, to be fair. But I did get there in the end. I think there's an F35. Oh, no. Kevin, what's happening with your airplane? Do you have different scenery than me?
It's landed in the trees.
J-Hog's definitely coming in, so we'll wait for J-Hog here. That's fine. Need some blues music, don't we? Oh, missed him. Oh, what a shame. Oh, no, I did get it. Okay. I was changing music. I had a clear shot. It's alright. Panic over. I had a clear shot.
A little bit. Wait, the attention now, the long grass runway is now blocked from a parking area.
Is there anybody else coming in? Are we waiting on anybody? Or have we got everyone? Oh, Filbert came in on the grass strip, didn't he? Oh, there's shark kidding on the grass strip. I see. Okay. I should have actually sat in the middle then. It is a very long strip, actually. So that wasn't a clearing. We parked in the middle of the runway. Oh, sorry about that. There's a few people around. If you're still yet to land, just let me know and I'll keep the camera out. Otherwise, we'll start wrapping up.
Aren't we missing an F35?
Yes. Where is Roden? That's a good point. Has he lost us? Maybe he's had to leave. I'm not sure. That'd be a perfect place for an F-35, wouldn't it? Just to hide in the bushes. There's either people struggling with trees or... Just generally struggling with trees. Philbert, thank you so much for coming along tonight. Great. Have a great flight, mate, and a good overnighter. Vroden says I crashed the F35 on landing. Oh no! What a shame. What a shame. Oh, everyone's colliding together. There we go. Well. Thank you very much, everybody. That was a fantastic flight. Dark, really appreciate it, mate. Thank you so much for that.
Thanks for having me.
And because I think, was it you that I was discussing Canary Islands livery?
Yeah, we were discussing
Or
the...
livery, not a livery, sorry, a route. A route.
Yes, we were, but at last minute, with thanks to Kevin, we managed to sort something out and thought this would be fun.
Brilliant. But you know what? This was great. It's not a route I even would have considered, but it's been a heck of a lot of fun, and it's more or less on time. I think probably we would have been completely on time if I hadn't been talking so much through the streams. There you go. It's my fault. It's not on you, mate. It's on me. It's on me. But and for everyone else coming along, you know, Shark Kitty Neil, we had Amazing LeBear jumped in there for a bit. Philbert, Kevin, Jayhog, just trying to get through all the names. Have I missed anybody? Excuse me. Thank you very much for everybody coming along tonight. You've been watching Positive Rate, and we'd love to have you back next week. If you're watching on Restream, do check us out every Thursday at 1900 Zulu, and we have a new route every week, and we're community driven, so you can join our Discord, submit your own ideas for routes. Our general rule of thumb is that it should take about an hour and a half to fly, and we generally like to have about 3 or 4 airports in it, so we can practice our landings and generally look ridiculous, like crashing in the woods, much like Froden did. Froden says, have a good one. Yes, thank you very much. And Neil, enjoy the stream. Keep up the great work. Take care, and I'll catch you next time. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Jayhog says, thank you, Willie. And Dark, enjoyed it, guys. Good night. Jayhog, all the best to you and the family, of course. Give our very best to Gavin. And hopefully, maybe one day he can come along and join us. So, apart from that, I think that's us. Dark, do you have any closing thoughts?
Well, it's been a great flight. It's been a great community.
Absolutely.
And hopefully we can continue it.
Absolutely. Yeah. There you go. Well, and I was going to practice my Latin, but I'm going to say this very quickly, and then we'll go. So if you look at the new logo, there is Latin on it, which Digital was making fun of me about, and it is pronounced Observancia Doctrina et Amicia. And do you have any idea what that means, Dark?
Respect, friendship, and I can forget the other one.
So in order, it's actually respect, learning, and friendship. Very close. Someone give Dark a thumbs up for that. We got time for one more thumbs up. And Kevin saying, thanks for the stream, Willie, and the route, Dark. See you next week. Kevin, thank you so much for coming along tonight. Really, really great. Fruden says, have a good one, Willie. You too, Fruden. Absolutely fantastic. Sorry we didn't get to see that Magic F35 landing. Nick says, great stream. Thank you. And Shark Kitty says, see ya. We shall see you too. So I'm gonna summon. Shall we just finish with a positive rate? We'll do that. Let's finish with it. Oh, we did get a thumbs up. There you go. 2 for the price of 1. Rightio, really well and truly off. Dark, Dark, thanks so much for coming, mate, and I hope you have a great night. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for having us, Willie, and you too.
Cheers. And that's it. You've been watching Positive Rate. Thank you very much for coming along tonight. It's been great to have all of you. And we hope you have a lovely evening. I'm Willie Canuck, signing off. Good night.